Hello YouTube world, my name is Nicholas Montez, and you're watching my YouTube channel, Nicholas Montez. Welcome back to another YouTube channel video, everybody. I'm so excited to have y'all back here together again, and my mom is back as Kim Montez. So today, she'll be ranking all 24 MCU films. Yes, we are including Black Widow because me and my sister and her went to go see it basically opening day. Well, technically the day it came out in theaters. So we're gonna be doing a tier list today. I have tried it with her in the past, not on YouTube but like off camera, and she is kind of used to it, but this is kind of like gonna be the first time where she's doing it on video. So with that said, let's get started with her ranking these movies. Are you excited for this? Yeah, she hasn't seen.
Thanks for inviting me.
No problem. She hasn't seen these movies since like last summer because we did this whole thing where we watched movies together, as I mentioned for and all of you guys. So it's gonna be a little bit hard for her to remember, but I'm gonna ask her certain questions of certain movies of what's famous about what makes the movie so good. So let's get started with the tier list. Okay, so before we start the tier list, let me just kind of show you how this tier list work and these tier lists work for me and how they're going to work in the future. Basically, I have it set up for 5 tiers. You have A tier, which is basically the best of all the films. B tier is basically, you know, really good but not exactly great like A tier is. C tier is basically, you know, good movies but they're not great and they're not like trying to be the best ones. D tier is sort of, it's not good and it's not bad, and then F is obviously the worst. So let's get started. Oh, hold on, I need to turn on my mouse. And now we can get started. So we're going to go in chronological order here, Mom. So we're starting off with the one that started it all, Iron Man. Do you remember this one?
I remember some bits and pieces of it, but...
What's the main thing that you love about this movie, dude? What do you think about Robert Downey Jr. as Tony Stark?
Who's in that movie?
It's Iron Man.
Oh, sorry. For some reason I thought you said Captain America. I'm sorry.
That's Chris Evans.
I know. Okay, so we're talking about Iron Man 1.
Yes.
The first one.
Yes, this one around here.
Oh, I thought it was amazing. I love the story of it, and yes. Love me some Robert Downey Jr.
What do you think about the whole world building of the MCU, like how it kind of set up things for the Avengers and stuff?
After watching all of them, it kind of makes sense, but it's still just like a lot of information that you have to remember to continue on to each movie to understand other parts.
I understand that.
But I have you to help me out and answer my questions.
Yeah, but I also watch other videos too. So where do you want to put it in this tier?
Iron Man? I would say a B.
Really? It's not. You don't think it's one of the best?
It's one of the best, but...
See, that's the thing. Like, I think that it's a great movie, and I put it in the A tier because it's just a classic, and there's just a lot of classic moments. But when you think about it, it's not well structured because we don't really find out who the villain is until like the third act of the movie,
right?
Like the beginning act.
So when you weigh out the pros and cons,
it is overall a great movie because of Tony Stark.
But it's a B.
Yeah.
To me.
All right. So next up we have the Incredible Hulk. What do you think about this movie?
Which actor is the Hulk in this one?
Edward Norton. It stars Liv Tyler.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that one's a good one. I think that's an A.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, hold on. You gotta think for a sec, because some people don't love this movie as much as everybody else, but this movie's not, like, known to be the best MCU film. Most people forget it because Mark Ruffalo came in later.
I know, but I really like Hulk.
Do you,
And I love Liv Tyler, too.
Yeah.
And then I love her crazy father at the end.
Oh, Thunderbolt Ross.
Yes.
Yeah, I like the two villains. Abomination was probably the more. I thought Thunderbolt Ross was the better villain, but Abomination was just, he had a good motivation that he was basically like John Walker's character, where he wasn't a good man, but he was the perfect soldier to go after Bruce Banner. And when he turned into Abomination, I thought it was okay. I thought it was perfect for the third act, but when he was there, I thought it was okay, but I'm very excited for him to show up in the She-Hulk series. So I guess we're putting this in A tier for you. Alright, next up we have Iron Man 2. You actually love this one more than I do.
Yeah, I do like that movie. So I'd say an A.
Really?
Yeah.
What did you think about the introduction of Black Widow, since that's actually the latest film of the MCU?
The introduction?
Yeah, this is Black Widow's first movie.
Oh, about her upbringing with her family and stuff?
No, Black Widow, no. Black Widow is introduced in this film, and she's a secret agent of S.H.I.E.L.D. This is before we actually get to see her, her family. Before the Black Widow movie.
She was sassy.
Yeah, it is kind of, a little bit weird because, it's her first introduction, but once every film comes out with her, she just gets better and better and better. I would say Winter Soldier is probably my favorite film of hers.
Yeah.
Because you dive deep into her,
Oh, yeah,
and
I love
also,
that movie.
she's also, a very badass character. But I don't like, which one, do you like Incredible Hulk or Iron Man 2 better?
Oh, I don't know.
Well, how about this? You're not like me where I pay attention to pros and cons of the movie.
Can I just rate them by the grade? Do I have to put first, second, third in the tiers?
Well, I mean, I guess that's how it works, but which one do you enjoy more? I'm gonna put it like that, because I don't think you can do that.
Well, I like Hulk, and I haven't seen Iron Man 2 in a long time.
So, Incredible Hulk better?
Yeah.
Alright. Alright, next up we have Thor. What do you think about that one?
The first one?
Yup.
Probably a C.
Really? Yeah, I would put this in the D tier, but no, but because
Well, I was close.
No. I would put it in the D tier because I just think I like the performances, I like the stuff with Asgard, but the story is just so messy. It starts out it does that flashback with the Frost Giants, and then Thor thinks because they broke in the weapons vault, he has to go get him and protect Asgard, but he's only thinking as a warrior, then gets banished. Loki takes over. It's just so messy, and I don't even know what they were trying to do, and they don't even use the Frost Giants well. So it was just a weird film. Captain America: The First Avenger. What are your thoughts on the first Avenger film?
Yeah. Hey.
I have a question. Do you think it's a better origin story or a better war movie? Because it's technically both.
War movie, probably.
Really? I would say it's a better origin story because the war stuff, when you think about it, Red Skull, his motivation is not that great, but you like him because he's Hugo Weaving. So which one do you like better? Would you say you put it at the bottom of A tier since you enjoy Iron Man 2?
It'll be after Iron Man.
So
Third.
Alright. Next up we have the Avengers.
A.
At the top.
Yep.
Yeah, when I rewatch this film, I always give it an A-, and I always give it an A- because I just never. I always looked at the movie and I just felt like Loki was just so weak because he literally needed an army. He didn't do anything threatening. Sure, he fought Captain America and he did almost kill Iron Man at one point, and he did kill Phil Coulson, but he didn't do anything crazy. He did fight Thor a couple times, but that was it. And he literally got smashed by Hulk. So even though he is a pretty tricky, mysterious villain, him as the main villain is just not that great. But in the future for my MCU, since we actually have a 2012 Loki, I can actually use that character and make him fight the present day MCU characters, hopefully. Next up we have Iron Man 3. I actually, rewatching this, I actually enjoyed it. What did you think about it?
I liked it. I would say an A.
Which one?
After Cap.
Alright. I like this movie. It definitely did something clever with it. I liked how we actually got to see Tony Stark out of the suit. That was pretty cool. Though it wasn't it wasn't. I don't think it was the best way to close out the Iron Man trilogy, but yeah, it was good. Aldrich Killian definitely copies the Marvel villain template, where it copies Syndrome, Electro, and the Riddler from Batman Forever, where they start out this awkward, huge fan of the superhero, and then they turn into a super powerful villain to basically, because they manipulate, they what's that word, like, humiliated? Yeah, they humiliated them. Next up we have, oh, sorry, my computer is kind of old, so it does that sometimes. Next up we have Thor: The Dark World. What are your thoughts on this movie? This is my least favorite MCU movie.
Yeah.
So, F?
I don't want to give anything, no.
F?
I would say a D. I'm not
Alright.
going to give any of them an F.
Yeah,
Because there's good parts to it.
F is, just because I put a movie in F doesn't mean it's like that's the grade I would give it.
F is I would never look at it again. Like, it's just not worth my
But
time.
it's still watchable though.
Well,
Malekith is a
but
forgettable
F is
villain.
fail.
But the action sequences, the cast is still great. What do you think about Captain America: The Winter Soldier?
Ooh, definitely an
Which one?
A. Right there. After, yeah.
Yeah, I love this one. I just love the way they actually did Captain America's character, where not only did they create a great arc with him, but they also made him like this really super like cool character, where he like that opening sequence with when he's battling those French pirates on that ship. I love that scene, and also the elevator sequence where he's fighting all the guys, when his arm is literally like attached to like another wall, and it's just like, it's awesome, and the music in it is great. And this is the introduction of the Russo brothers in the MCU, so that just tells you that all of their movies are fantastic. Next up, we have Guardians of the Galaxy. You were actually kind of a little bit skeptical for this film because it was technically this zany world out in space, but it's not like Thor where it's all this mystical realm. Like like Guardians of the Galaxy is actually in space. So, what did you think about it after watching it?
After watching it, I'd give it a B.
All right, before Iron Man or after?
After.
Yeah, I definitely was very surprised with it. I was kind of nervous because I just wanted, before I became like a movie critic guy, I just came for these films just to see awesome action. And I don't think the Guardians movies really did that. I think the first Guardians kind of did that with some of it, but I think what the best thing they did with it was the characters. They made them likable, they made them emotional, especially the death of Groot at the end. And I also like the team-ups with the Avengers, the Guardians of the Galaxy, and the Nova Corps soldiers, so I love that. Next up, we have Avengers: Age of Ultron. What were your thoughts on this movie?
It's not my favorite Avengers, but I'd give it a B.
Yeah,
But before Guardians of the Galaxy.
Alright. Your tier list is very interesting today. Sorry, it's kind of slow. Hang on. Okay. I did like it. I thought the themes in here with Tony Stark wanting to end the fighting with all the world and stuff, it's cool. I do like the way it sets up Civil War as, in this movie, it sets up Civil War with the Avengers being split up and the Sokovia Accords and stuff. So I really enjoyed that. The action was pretty fantastic. There's a lot of awesome moments at the party where the Avengers are trying to hold Thor's hammer, but they can't because they're not worthy. It was just a fun sequence. And actually, in the moment in Avengers Endgame where Captain America wields Thor's hammer, did you know that's actually a callback to that scene in Age of Ultron where Cap moves it a little bit, and that means he's actually worthy. But if you're wondering, he didn't wield it in Civil War because he was guilty for for the death of Tony's parents, because Bucky killed them. All right. Next up, we have Ant-Man. What were your thoughts on this movie?
I really liked it.
Yeah. What tier?
I would. I don't know. It was a good movie. It was funny.
Yeah. What'd you think about Michael Douglas?
Oh, I liked him.
Yeah.
I would say A. It was a good movie. I liked it.
Which order? I know, that's where the films get hard. I would definitely put it in the B tier because it's not trying to be like the best Marvel movie. but it is a really good film.
Yeah, it's not one of the, Hulk and Iron Man.
Well,
but Ant-Man's pretty cool too.
Well, Hulk is not technically the best, but I do like it.
I'm saying like the main characters of the
Oh,
MCU.
okay, yeah.
But
it was a clever film. I liked how it was this heist story.
Is it frozen?
Yeah, hang on. I need to get a new computer. Wait.
We can still continue. It's gonna go in the A.
All right.
Whatever.
So, you want to write there?
Yeah, that's fine.
All right. Now we're entering the third phase of the MCU with Captain America: Civil War. What were your thoughts on this movie? Because we have seen scenes of this time to time, but last year we finally saw the full thing. And what were your thoughts?
It's good. I'd give it a B.
What? This is like the biggest movie in the MCU. That's why the Avengers didn't win in Infinity War. That's why the Avengers lost. And you're gonna give this movie a B? It's so important.
So then put me an A if you feel I should.
No.
Maybe I need to rewatch it again.
Maybe. What did you think about the introduction of Black Panther and Spider-Man? Because this was their first movie in the MCU.
Is it?
It's Civil War, the third
Remind
Captain.
me of the part when they introduced Spider-Man. Is it at the airport?
Well, technically, in the costume, yes, but Tony goes to see him in Queens to recruit him.
In Civil War.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I'll give it an A.
All right. Which order?
Put it at the end.
All right. I love this movie. I personally love the villain Zemo, played by Daniel Bruhl. I thought that his motivation was very interesting. His motivation of wanting to split the Avengers apart was just so interesting, and I love that. Next up, we have Doctor Strange.
B.
Yeah, I would say B too, just because I love the special effects. I love the action. I love the characters. But where would you put it?
Yeah, right there. Before Guardians.
Oh, I love the action. I love the special effects. People say it's kind of like the MCU's version of Inception, because the special effect, the bending walls and the bending worlds and stuff, it's like that in Inception. But I will be watching that since I'm watching Christopher Nolan films. Benedict Cumberbatch is great as Doctor Strange, and I'm very excited for the sequel, as he's going to be teaming up with Scarlet Witch and Loki in that movie. Which technically the episode 6 of Loki sets up Doctor Strange 2, Spider-Man: No Way Home, What If, and all those different movies and TV shows. All right, next up we have Guardians 2. What are your thoughts on that movie?
I'm not really a Guardians of the Galaxy fan.
Well, I mean, what are your thoughts on the movie?
Can you remind me of some parts of the movie so I can...
It has Kurt Russell in it.
I know that. Oh, and he's like dressed with fur at the end. Like fur, coat, cape.
I guess. Do you remember the blue guy, Yondu? With the arrow, the flying arrow that he whistles and he kills people with it? That character was great. I loved him.
I'm gonna say C.
Yeah.
It's got good comedy and stuff, but it's just not my...
The story, I don't like how they separated all the Guardians in the movie. It was just kind of weird. Next up, we have Spider-Man: Homecoming.
A.
Yeah, definitely one of the best MCU films. Right there?
No, I would put it right after Avengers, because Spidey is not old.
Yeah, she's probably... I think that's your bias talking, but...
No, I love Spider-Man.
But even though I love Spider-Man, I would still put it... I would actually put it in B tier, because, I mean, introducing a new world of the MCU with high schoolers is great, because you don't really get any superhero stuff, but I like how they're actually pointing out all these different events of, like, the Avengers and stuff, and that's really cool. Of how, like Flash Thompson saying, like, he has a date with Black Widow coming up, or like Captain America and Coach Wilson are friends or something like that. That's just funny.
But my my opinion is Spider-Man, even though he's a superhero and he has special Spidey powers, it's a more down-to-earth, understandable story.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
when you watch Thor and he's in, Asgard and it's kings and hammers and special powers.
I love that.
I know, but sometimes people watch it and it gets a little bit confusing, and that's kind of where I'm at.
Not for me. I think it's probably not interesting for you because you watch mostly. I mean, you can watch war movies.
Yeah.
That are like Earth-based, but
right. I'm not into sci-fi type stuff. But anyway, Spider-Man is
Michael Keaton as Vulture, one of the best villains. He's so threatening. And he's very different. Like, he's not out to blow up a city. He's just a guy trying to work for his family. He's just trying to sell. He has a reason of why he's selling these weapons from past Avengers battles. Yeah. And that scene in the car was awesome.
Yes.
Next up we have Thor Ragnarok.
Oh, that's definitely a good movie.
Yeah.
I would say a B. It's a great movie.
Top tier?
It's really funny.
Wait, at the top of B tier?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's hilarious. The action is just fantastic. I think that this is the movie, like Winter Soldier, where they reinvented Captain America. They reinvented Thor, where they made him action-packed, they made him funny, and they made him, like, so deep. And I also love his character in Infinity War. Not only because of that awesome moment in Wakanda, but also that moment, that his whole arc in the film.
Okay.
Next up, we have Black Panther.
Oh, A.
Yeah, I was afraid you were going to say that. Are you just saying that because of the death of Chadwick Boseman?
No. I loved it. Don't put it at the end.
Or where do you want to put it?
Put it before Hulk. Because before Black Panther came out, when they would show previews, they showed Wakanda, so I was like, oh great, it's going to be kind of like a Thor type movie or whatever. But it was not what I expected, and the movie, everything blew my mind, and just the powerful, what do they say?
What? Character arcs?
No, like the tribe of...
The tribes of Wakanda?
Yeah, what does Wakanda say?
Wait. Ibombe!
Yeah, it's like so powerful and
I know.
meaningful.
I know, I love that scene in Endgame when they come back.
Yeah. I just got chills.
Eric Killmonger. Oh yeah. I get sometimes chills from like the Endgame, the portal sequence in Endgame.
Yeah.
All the Black Panther. I think in his own movie he does stand out, but he does pretty well. Some people didn't like how his suit was like whenever people would shoot at him, he would just obtain more energy, which I liked that.
Yeah.
But people just said it looked like a video game.
Yeah, but it was.
It was cool.
Clever thing.
And I liked it, and I liked it in Infinity War and in Endgame because it was useful, because it was all about saving the universe. Killmonger, one of the best villains, because he has a great theme about, like, you should help people that are helpless, and I'm taking over Wakanda to help those people that are helpless. And at the end of the film, there's an end credit scene where Black Panther actually has Killmonger to be the moral victory of the story, and it was very cool. And that's why in Infinity War, Wakanda is now open to the rest of the world, and Black Panther actually takes place after the events of Civil War. So next up we have Avengers Infinity War. Where are you going to put this movie?
That's an A.
What were your thoughts on all these superhero team-ups?
How do you know I want it first?
Well, I mean, because it's the best. Well, where do you want?
That's your opinion. I thought this was my tier.
Where do you want to put it?
Just you can put it first, please.
Well, I mean, I'm sorry. It's just the best. It's my number one favorite movie of all time. I love the action. I love the character moments. I personally love interactions between Iron Man and Doctor Strange. Thor's character arc is just amazing. It's just so good. The music in here is great. Thanos is just a great villain, because some people were kind of skeptical that he was just a villain out to kill everybody and just to kill everybody, but he has a motivation of why he does things, and that it basically explains in a story that half people can't. There wasn't a lot of food, but there was more people. So if you kill half people, then there will be enough food for everybody. So that was a clever theme and very cool. So yeah, I really love that movie. And you love that movie too?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Alright, so next up we have Ant-Man and the Wasp. We have not seen this movie since 3 years ago.
Yeah.
Back in theaters.
Yeah.
Do you remember anything about this movie?
Yeah. Michael Douglas's daughter is the Wasp, and they have to go in the time machine to get the mom.
Well, actually,
Right.
that's the time machine comes in Endgame, but
Oh.
the quantum realm is involved in this movie.
The quantum realm. Yeah, he gets sucked in at the end, right?
Well, yeah, he has to go in there because back when Hank Pym, Michael Douglas's character, was Ant-Man, him and his wife, Michelle Pfeiffer's character, they were Ant-Man and the Wasp, and they were doing this mission. In 1988, they were trying to stop this missile from launching that was gonna.
And she got stuck there.
Yeah, forever because she had to do this. She had to just
So
deactivate
Ant-Man
the bomb.
helped save him, but then he got sucked back in at the end.
Well,
And then
Michael Douglas's character went to go bring her back.
Oh.
The action was pretty good, though it was kind of spoiled too much in the trailers. When you think kind of.
But it was
about
good. It was
Yeah.
good. I'd give it a B.
Which place?
At the end.
All right. I really enjoyed it, but it's not trying to be the best Marvel movie. It's just trying to be a fun ride after Infinity War. Though the post-credit sequence is very shocking if you watch Endgame now. Next up, we have Captain Marvel. We have not seen this movie since it first came out.
So
I haven't. You haven't seen it since it first came out.
I'm gonna give it a C.
That's reasonable. I would give it a C too.
I love her character because she did awesome in Endgame. That she came out of nowhere and did what she did.
But she was talking down to the Avengers like they were nobodies.
Exactly. She was too cocky.
Like she was talking down to them like she has been around for the universe for a long time, which she technically was because she was saving all these other planets while the Avengers were just talking down to Earth, blowing up planets out of the sky and having friend issues. But overall, Captain Marvel. What do you think about the aging of Nick Fury? They de-aged Nick Fury because this movie takes place in the 90s. Yeah, that was awesome. What do you think about the Skrull Talos? What do you think about the introduction of the Skrulls?
What do they look like?
They're green aliens. They
Shapeshift. Oh yeah, they're cool.
I was disappointed that they were not villains because that's technically how the comic books go. There's this the new show coming out on Disney Plus called Secret Invasion, where basically in the comics it's known that the Skrulls take over the Earth and they pretend to be somebody else, and it's up to and the heroes can't trust anybody. It's very clever plotline. I've watched Avengers: Earth's Mightiest Heroes, and they have an episode about that where the Avengers split up because they can't trust anybody. So where do you want to put this movie?
C.
Oh yeah. Which place? All right. Now we come to the big film of all films, Avengers: Endgame. Where do you want to put that movie before we talk about it? B. Avengers: Endgame?
Mm-hmm.
The big movie of all films.
Yes.
Why?
Because everybody died.
Not everybody. Only Black Widow and Iron Man and Thanos died.
Yeah, but Cap went back to be with Peggy.
But that was... You can't... Look, I know it's sad that the characters are not coming back.
It was sad. And, like, yeah.
You gotta think about it for a sec. You can't just put it in the future.
I liked Infinity War better than Endgame.
It's definitely better. Infinity War is definitely
but
better.
I'm still mad, so B.
But you can't be mad about that. That's satisfying.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is. It's satisfying conclusions to the characters.
No.
You sure you want to put it in B?
Yes.
Okay. Look, it's sad, but you can't be mad about that the characters aren't coming back.
I mean, the fighting part was good, the big battle.
What do you think about what do you think about the portal sequence?
Yeah, that was cool.
It
was cool. Hey,
was
B
great.
is still good.
I know.
I'm just sad about it.
But you don't think about you don't think it's one of the best films?
Yes.
All right. Next up, we have Spider-Man: Far From Home.
Hey.
Is it better than Spider-Man: Homecoming?
No.
All right. Where do you want to put it?
I'll put it before Ant-Man.
All right. Good choice. I really like this movie. I don't think it's as good as Spider-Man: Homecoming. Before I would always put it like that A- tier, but I rewatched it and I was like, this is just a good movie. It's not trying to be the best Marvel movie, but it's just a good time. The action sequences are great.
Entertaining. Yeah, like with the water and stuff in Italy.
Well, yeah, but those were I don't really pay attention to those fights anymore because they were technically fake. I honestly like that scene in Italy with the water stuff because when Peter Parker was trying to, get the buildings all together, like that scene was amazing. I love the way it was shot there, and then he was like hitting his head on the big bell thing. I love those action sequences. Mysterio, Jake Gyllenhaal, pretty good.
Yeah. And all those drones.
I like how he kind of acted like other films that he was in, like that movie with Tobey Maguire. I kind of like how he was yelling a lot, which was like it made him more threatening. And finally, Black Widow. What do you think about this movie?
It was an excellent movie. I would definitely give it an A, and it'll be after the last Spider-Man.
All right.
Definitely a good movie.
Definitely the most. I think the movie is great on action. Definitely a satisfying conclusion to her. Oh wait, I'm trying to put it there.
It'll go.
I thought it was actually a pretty satisfying conclusion to her character. Very excited for the future of what they're gonna do with these characters. I really hope they do a show or movie about the Winter Guard because, as you know, David Harbour's character, he's part of a team called the Winter Guard. That basically is the Russian Avengers. And I've told you some members of it, Mom. And also Yelena Belova coming back in Hawkeye series to kill him because technically the girl from Falcon and Winter Soldier is telling that Hawkeye killed Black Widow, which technically that's not what happened, but I guess that is what happened in the movie. Taskmaster was easily the most disappointing thing about the film. I was so excited because he's technically known to be one of the best villains because he's known for copying on Marvel heroes on moves. Like he can copy, like he has this superpower where he can watch something and he can literally copy the move of it. Like that's why he has Captain America, something similar to Captain America's shield, Black Panther's claws, and Hawkeye's arrows. Drake, I don't think any of the villains in here were that great. The action was really good, but I just feel like it was something kind of new, but then also going back to its original formula with like the whole like last final battle with Taskmaster and Black Widow being like this big CGI fight with like fire and burnt up stuff. But overall, I enjoyed it. It's not the best MCU movie. I understand you and Gabby liked it more, kind of like how you guys did with Mulan, which you guys love it more than I do because you guys watch it for enjoyability. I look at it as just a film overall, the pros and cons. So it's a good movie, but not my favorite film. Okay. So there you go. Are you satisfied with your tier list, Mom?
Yes.
Would you like to do this again when Shang-Chi or Eternals comes out?
Yeah, we can maybe just pick up where we left off, not start everything over again. Like save this tier list, and then we'll add a couple new movies and we'll read them at that time.
That's not really how a tier list works. I mean,
Well, we'll talk about it.
Yeah, we'll talk about it.
Okay.
We could rewatch them again, probably.
Okay, sounds good.
I think maybe next time when we watch a movie together or something, maybe, I don't know. We'll see what happens in the future.
Okay.
Well, maybe we could watch Iron Man or something, or Iron Man 3 for getting prepared for Shang-Chi, since that's technically a big part of Shang-Chi as we're getting the real Mandarin.
So we have to definitely do that.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I also forgot the Mandarin twist in Iron Man 3. Awful. I did not like it. But it was kind of funny when he was interacting with him. Like he's here, but he's not here. He's here, but he's not here. Hey, it's complicated. Hey, don't hurt the face. I'm an actor. So that's it for this tier list. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. I can't. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Hopefully you can comment, because sometimes my videos their comments get taken down. I don't know why. My Instagram is Marvel6 and my TikTok name is MarvelFan. If you guys don't understand those names, head to my bad section so you can follow me on all social medias. Because sometimes subtitles might not be available, but sometimes they don't tell the truth, because sometimes they just say what they hear. Also go follow me on Letterboxd. It's the same name as my Instagram, Marvel_6_, and go follow me on Letterboxd. It's got some stuff on there that's not on YouTube. Thank you guys so much for watching. And Mom, do you want to say any final things?
No, thanks for watching.
And I'll see you guys in the next two videos.
Don't forget to hit the like button.
I already said that, but that's just a quick reminder. Bye bye, everybody.